It is time for another 1/6 scale DC Direct figure review. I am so excited to review this guy. He has been sitting in the box for way too long waiting for me to make this video. And to be honest, I should probably just be going to bed. It's pretty late. I have work in the morning. But I can't wait any longer. This figure looks so good, and I just cannot wait to get him open. So let's take a look at his box. I'm actually gonna have to stand up here because it is so big. So here he is. He looks really good on the box. I love the old school Green Arrow logo, 1/6 scale. Here we got Ollie in the back. Here, let's just bring you guys a little closer so you can read his bio. Talks about all the stuff he comes with. Comes with a collapsible bow. Very curious about how that's going to work. I have seen online people have broken the bow by mistake, so definitely something I'm going to be careful of. But let's see. This window open. Ooh, man, look at that. It looks so good. Look at that. You know, I do have a criteria when it comes to Green Arrow figures, and we'll talk more about that. I'll just wait till the end when I compare them to some other figures. But it's kind of hard to get the box too close, but there he is. Extra pair of hands, mask, his hat, and of course a ton of arrows. A ton of arrows. Just looking at this guy, 1/6 scale, cloth goods, tons of accessories. I mean, this is easily over a $200 figure if he was being sold today. Maybe even more than that, but that is not what I paid, luckily. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's just get him out of here because I cannot wait. Okay, here he is out of his box, and look at this. This is insane. He comes with his stand, his hat, his mask, gloves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 arrows. Then we have his quiver over here with the bow, and inside is a little baggie with a ton more arrows. That is absolutely insane. Wow. Really love this guy. So let's take a look at him. So he's standing right now without his stand. Pretty good. His fabric all looks really nice. I don't know if you can tell, but the light shining on him, you could see it shining in his eyes. Like his eyes were kind of glittery or moist. Very realistic. And I love the arm guards he's got. He's got his fist hands. I also really like the fabric on the shoes. Looks very nice. Very Robin Hood-ish. Great classic GA design. Alright, well, let's get him suited up. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to keep him in frame. Sometimes filming these bigger 1/12 scale figures and keeping them in frame is kind of difficult. So I'll do my best. So we'll start with his mask. So let's get one last look at his Oliver Queen face. Looks very good. Alright. So it does not seem like it fits as well. We will see if it falls off. Doesn't feel like it fits as snugly as as the Green Arrow one. But yeah, it looks good. And I'm just noticing they've got veins sculpted in the musculature. It's very nice. Oops. And just popped off there. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now let's get his hat on him. Marty bumping his mask. There he is. Now his collar is a little big. I mean, it's supposed to be, but I'm kind of trying to figure out the best way to deal with it. That looks pretty good. I kind of like it sticking up. That looks nice. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, now let's get his quiver on. Okay, his quiver is on, and that was an absolute chore. Oh my god, what a terrible design. I don't even know how to describe it. It is horrible getting this thing on, and it is extremely tight and feels like it's going to break. I can see why maybe this guy goes for a lot of money, because most people's, like, look at his belt, like mine's already kind of breaking. It's just too much strain on the belt. Really weird. I might see if I can modify it in some way so that it's not so terrible. Like, oh my god. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But whatever. So let's load him up. Alright, Arrow. Time to suit up. Look at this mess. Alright, it's looking good. This one's a little warped. Okay, we'll leave a couple out. Try posing him. I'll try the drill one. That one looks cool. Let's put these in there. Wow. Look at that. Let me turn around here. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I still have 3 more. Wow. And yeah, there's a little bit of a gap, but like, can this fit? Yeah. It's a boxing glove arrow. Once you got that boxing glove arrow in there, that should keep them from rattling around like that. But wow. That is a lot of arrows. Okay. Let's take a look at his bow. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's a collapsible bow. Here it is collapsed. You just the string off of there. Wow. That's almost like a real bow. Oh my goodness. That's got a nice handle. Put some light on it. Come on, focus. See, it's got like a grip texture sculpted on there. The string is stretchy, so you can pose him with arrows. Like he's about to fire. So that's very cool. I like that a lot. So let's see. So one of these hands will be to pull back the string, and one will be to hold the bow. So I am left eye dominant, which means I use a left hand bow personally, which means I hold the bow with my right hand. Okay, I hold the bow with my right hand. So that's how I want to pose it. However, I do not believe that's how the green arrow officially holds it. That's how I want to do it. I'm just going to mold the bendy wire fingers to the bow. And if you didn't see my review on the Flash or Green Arrow, these figures have bendy wire fingers, which is very interesting. I do like that. I think that's going to work really well for his string hand to get, you know, this kind of grip to hold the string and the bow. But for holding the bow, I think a gripping hand might have worked better, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so it is kind of difficult to pose him. Mostly because when he pulls back the string, this hand holds the bow. Because it's not sculpted, it's just the bendy wire. He wants to kind of let it go a little bit, and you can see like only his like top two fingers are holding it. Another issue is if you have him in a real archer's pose, like I used to take archery lessons, and you should have your arm fully extended. See how it's bent. I'll explain why in a second, but you're supposed to have your arm fully extended that's holding your bow. And then this arm, your elbow should be up, and you should be touching your fingers like to your cheek or the corner of your mouth. And you can't do that. Well, you can do that with him. He has the capability of posing like that. However, these arrows are not long enough. If you do that, his bow will be way out here, and then when you go to put the arrow in his hand, it won't reach this, the area where, I don't know the technical term, but it won't be on the bow. So he's very posable, and he's capable of doing these poses, but there's a few things hindering him, mostly the bendy wire and the length of these arrows. And I will also say, as you're posing him, you slightly bump his hat, it falls off. You bump the mask a couple times, it's going to fall off. This belt has not come undone yet, but I get the strong feeling it's going to break. So I am going to look into fixing that. But even with those issues, even though he's not posed in, you know, a traditional archer's pose, it looks really cool. His suit looks really cool. The sculpting is nice. You get a million arrows. So earlier I mentioned my criteria for a good archer figure, and that is the ability to hold this pose. You have a hand on the bow and a hand on an arrow that is notched. And a lot of, I'll say pretty much almost all of my archers are not capable of doing that. You can see a Legolas in the back over there. Zoom in. Terrible zoom. He cannot hold his bow on there, or his arrow on his bow. That string also cannot be pulled back. I know I got more Lord of the Rings archers back there. He's a good one. He can do it, so he passes the test. This one also passes the test. Hello, Green Arrow. He passes the test. But I do have a lot of other figures that do not pass the test. So, but yep, that is our Green Arrow. So I was I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. Trying to pose him with this one, the boxing glove arrow, but it was even more difficult to get that one on there. As you can see, even this one is shorter than this one, and the boxing glove hinders it from sliding on there. So this is more of like a have him hold it, or if you have him more of like he's just holding the string and doesn't have it drawn back, you could have him holding this arrow. So but all in all, a really good figure. Not perfect, he has a few issues, but he just looks so good though. He just looks so good. It's just minor things. You know, I mentioned that he doesn't hold the traditional archer pose. That's forgivable. This looks good enough. I just wish he had a sculpted hand, and I wish, number one wish is that this quiver mechanism is just all around better. So let's do some comparisons now. Okay, here's Green Arrow next to some other Green Arrow figures. Here we have a classic superpowers, and we have Justice League Unlimited, Batman Brave and the Bold, DC Universe Classics, and my newest Green Arrow, besides this one, the big one, is Arrow from Season 3. So I got him at an antique store for $4. I just need to make a hood for him because he does not have his hood. But yep, there you go. There's our Green Arrow with some other Arrow figures. Now let's see what he looks like next to some other 1/6 scale figures. Okay, so here are my 3 1/12 DC Direct figures. We have Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and on the very right, Jay Garrick. And having all 3 of these guys next to each other on their stands is very satisfying. So, you know, I think if it wasn't for the little scratch on Green Lantern's chest, I think he would actually be my favorite. As cool as this Green Arrow is, I just really, really like that Green Lantern. But yeah, they all look really great. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And check out Amateur Priority on Instagram for more toy photography. Pictures of this guy will be posted soon. Alright.